Hallo ihr Lieben, ich bin's wieder, eure Mia und wir haben heute was ganz Besonderes für euch vorbereitet. Wir sprechen nämlich gleich mit den beiden Unternehmensgründern, Jacopo und Marco, die gerade in Italien sind. Und ich habe wirklich ganz, ganz viele Fragen, weil für mich ja die enecta-Reise auch gerade erst losgeht. Ich habe natürlich ein bisschen recherchiert, mir diverse Dinge im Internet angeschaut und vor allem habe ich auch versucht, ein bisschen meine Englisch, ja, kann ich. Englischkenntnisse habe ich auch aufpoliert, aber vor allem auch meine Italienischkenntnisse. Wir haben nämlich eine super gute Eisdiele nebenan und ich habe die Gelegenheit genutzt, um ja, mir da ein bisschen bei der Aussprache auf die Sprünge helfen zu lassen. Deswegen wundert euch nicht, wenn ich jetzt gleich das Intro auf Italienisch mache. Also, los geht's. Ciao, io sono Mia e sono molto felice di conoscerti in questo modo. Sono soddisfatto di far parte di questo progetto. Grazie per aver trovato il tempo di rispondere alle mie domande. Come state, ragazzi?
Tutto bene, Mia?
Tutto bene, è un piacere anche per noi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. You know, I would love to continue all the conversation in English, but yeah, this is in English. Yes, you'll be going to do it in English, but in Italian. But for now, it's English.
It sounded really convincing. I can tell you that.
Okay, that's good. Good to hear. So, yeah, let's start right away. You are right now in your kitchen and you are in Italy. Why did you choose Italy as a production place for enecta, and what does the Italian breeding ground make so special?
We met each other many years ago in Holland from different reasons, but our casa, our home, it's in Italy. And so when we started to plan about growing cannabis for our company, we thought, why not doing it in the place that we know the best? And we are very proud of how cannabis grows in Italy, just like any other vegetable and fruit. So we decided to go back to the roots, go back home, and that's why we moved from where we were in Holland at the time back to Italy, back to our casa.
Wow, that sounds like a really good home story. Jacopo, you were talking about family, right? Because you're cousins.
Sì, è un business di famiglia. It's a family business. So Marco is my cousin, and yeah, we know from when we were a child. And at one point we decided, okay, just let's do something together, and here we are.
So, what inspired you to start enecta?
We always wanted to start a project together, and that was the right moment. And one thing led to another, and some people introduced us to the possibility of using cannabis for therapeutical reason, and more precisely also the CBD, so the molecule that at that time it was really not very known. So we really got fascinated, and we started to dream a better world, and that's how we started with the enecta at the time.
And what did your mamas think about when you first told them that you're going to start a cannabis business? What was their reaction?
Everybody was speechless. You know, like everybody was thinking that we were crazy. Actually, everybody was like, "Okay, couldn't you stick to something more traditional?" But we were really convinced, and we never looked back. It was really strong call. It was really a strong motivation for us. The more we learned about cannabis and about CBD and the other therapeutical possibility of cannabis, we got really fascinated, and we just had to do it, and that's how it started, regardless of everybody else, what everybody else was saying.
What does Italy mean to you, and why does the Italian breeding ground is so special?
Well, not for sure bureaucracy and law. This is
And
the bad part of Italy, because working with cannabis, more in Italy, you need to face a lot of
prejudice.
prejudice and a lot of issue. But Italy is our home, where our friends live, where we have our roots. So we travel all around the world. We were in California, we were in the Netherlands, we were in Spain, learning about this cannabis world. And at the end, we thought, okay, let's go back to Italy and let's do something important in Italy. Because, here we have our beloved one, here we know the territory. So we took the hardest way, but I think we are satisfied of what we are doing here in Italy. Just this.
Italy's casa.
What I would absolutely love to know is what is the special field of enecta?
But I think we eat, breathe, sleep, and live cannabis from the morning till the evening. So speciality would be
The passion.
the passion
The
that we
passion
have
that
in
we have.
cannabis. Yeah, Jacopo is right.
Sì. We really, for us, it's not a job anymore. It's a way of life. It's fascinating. It's hard. You find always new challenge. You feel that you are doing something that is different from the past. So this is our best skill, no? Try to do something that didn't exist before. So, we are trying to do something new, and this is our best skill.
Wow, that sounds really cool. And talking about passion, do you have other passions that you are absolutely dedicated?
I love to play music. I love to play guitar, and it's something I always do. And it matches perfectly with my other passion of cannabis, so I keep on doing it.
For me, it's agriculture. So also it's connected to cannabis. So it's quite good.
Wow, super.
Spe- Spending time on the field, it's quite nice.
When I was visiting the enecta homepage, what I really liked was this transparency in where you were showing all the different steps of the production. And why is it important to you to be as transparent as you are, and what does the production of enecta make so special?
We also try to don't play with the hype of cannabis of nowadays. There is something called like the green bubble all of a sudden, or the cannabis bubble, and there is a lot of new attention on cannabis, which is great, and we are happy for this slowly change in perception. But on the other side, there is somebody that approaches this plan more from a business perspective. And we really try to keep it simple, as Jacopo was saying. So we are just following a simple, genuine recipe of using and extracting the good stuff from cannabis. And it's a little bit like an Italian dish. We use few ingredients, but good ones. And we try to keep it with the highest quality till the end of the product. And we also love the fact that we are basically from the beginning, from the seed, and growing the plant and extracting it and making it in a medicine. So we're just following the product from the beginning till the end. We're just very passionate about what we are doing. So the transparency that you saw, it's probably more, we like to speak about it. We like to show what we are doing. There is nothing to be, like Jacopo says, nothing to be scared of, especially when it's CBD, which can be used in so many ways and from so many different kind of people. So what you see, maybe it's a little bit of our passion in our website, probably.
Okay, yeah. As you know, I'm here in Berlin, and next to me there's this very big construction work. But I would love to know, how can I imagine the fields where the cannabis for enecta is growing? What kind of place is it, and why did you choose this special place? So I would love to know more about the place and how I can imagine it.
So in Italy, we have two major places where we cultivate. One is north of Italy, that is like in industrial cultivation, so huge amount of land, and we do this for our massive production. And the second place is Abruzzo, is a not really well-known country in Italy because it's wild, there is nature all around, and it's a place where I was born. So we decided to grow cannabis in this place to give to the country a second opportunity because it's a country that start to be abandoned. People are moving to the city, less farmers are there. So we started slowly to introduce these new crops. And now, after 4 or 5 years, you can see that it's burning like a community of cannabis people. So old people, young people are coming back to the village, are starting to work on the field, and it's like if the country is starting to reborn. So more activity, more work, more people that you need to imagine this village that is 1,000 people, and every year receiving people from Germany, from Australia, from Mexico. So everyone is telling, "Whoa, what's happening now here?" No, and everyone is quite excited to about that. We decided to grow cannabis also in Abruzzo, not only for commercial reason, because this land was abandoned by people, by young people, old people that were moving to the city for working reason. So we started to introduce back this crop for farmers, and after 4 or 5 years, it's 5 years now, it's like if the village is reborn again. And because our goal with enecta is not only make profit, even though we are a commercial company, but also our social responsibility versus the community. Because we are trying to give a second opportunity to countryside. And with cannabis, that like Marco told, our model is not an expensive model. It's try to use what there is already available. And this, I think, is helping the community of Castelvecchio in Abruzzo, but in the future also other village all around Europe, to use cannabis like a second way to restructure the community of the countryside.
And why did you choose Abruzzo?
Because only there were crazy people that are willing to follow me. Because 5 years ago, go in a little village and say, okay, I want to plant cannabis all around. Not a lot of people were willing to do it. So they just trust on us, and now they are quite happy for that.
But Mia, if I can help you to imagine the place, you have to think that the village of Castelvecchio, like Jacopo said, it's a very small community of around 1,000 people in total. So first of all, everybody knows each other. So everybody knows what each other is doing. But the village is in between huge mountains. So before you arrive to the village, you have to drive quite a while through the mountains. And then you will see a group of houses built on a little cliff. And that's Castelvecchio. And it's like a fairy tale town from outside view. And then you expect everything traditional over there, and it's everything really traditional. but there, just behind the buildings or few meters after in the fields, you see cannabis. And the mismatch is really special because you would never expect that to grow. Yeah, you would rather expect, people growing tomatoes, like, because it's more classical over there. But then you will see cannabis, and like, it's a very special thing to see. And we really hope that in the future we can organize little welcoming tour for people that want to see how nice it is, because it's a beautiful nature landscape, and yeah, it's just magical.
Wow. Thank you so much. I think that's the perfect moment to end this wonderful conversation. Yeah, I'm really full of inspiration, and I thank you very much for the time and the meaningful input that you gave us.
Thank you to you, Mia. We are sorry that you are leaving us, because it started to feel very comfortable here. And but
Ci vediamo in Abruzzo, Mia.
Yes, I would love to. And then I have a goal to improve my Italian.
if you come to that little village in Abruzzo, 100% you will learn Italian.
Cool. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
Ciao, Mia. Have a nice day.
Ja, das war jetzt wirklich ein total empowerndes, schönes und inspirierendes Gespräch, was mich vor allem total mitgenommen hat. Das ist einfach mal die Tatsache, dass enecta auf ganz viele verschiedene Arten und Weisen nachhaltig ist, und einfach auch zu sehen, auf was für eine Art und Weise sie das umsetzen, wie ernst sie auch vor allem diese soziale Verantwortung nehmen. Das ist was mir sehr, sehr nahe geht, und vor allem auch Woman Empowerment pur. Insofern hoffe ich, dass euch diese Unterhaltung genauso gut gefallen hat wie mir, und ich freue mich auf ganz viele weitere spannende Unterhaltungen und Episoden mit euch, für euch. Schreibt mir gerne in die Kommentare, wie es euch gefallen hat. Ich freue mich, von euch zu hören, und freue mich auf die nächste Episode.